Hey guys, what's going on? So I only have time for a really short one tonight, but today I wanted to cover the IGN First coverage, the final little bit of information that we gathered. Of course, this last month in August, IGN First covered Gotham Knights, and they finished it off yesterday with a preview of the open world, some of the gameplay, some of the co-op, some of the supervillain side quests, and a little hint at how the main story will play out in terms of functionality. But the one thing that even the IGN reviewer was very, very clear with was that Warner Brothers Games Montreal is keeping it very airtight on the main campaign. In other words, we have no idea what the story regarding the Court of Owls is going to entail other than the basic fact that the Court of Owls are in it. And I think that this is both the game's greatest strength and also its greatest weakness in a lot of ways in terms of marketing. I think that it is its greatest strength in the sense that word of mouth could be very strong. I think that there is probably a huge spoiler early on in this game with some added gimmick that they don't want to let us in on, whether it's that Bruce Wayne is alive as a Talon, whether it's that, I don't know, Damian Wayne plays a major role in the game and you're trying to save him from the Court of Owls or something. I have no idea what it could be, but clearly there's something that they don't want us to see. And, maybe it's just that they want the Court of Owls to have a reputation of secrecy as they do in the comics, and maybe they're trying to preserve that for the game as well. But ultimately, again, word of mouth I think will be very heavily important for this game. And if the word of mouth is not good, then I think that will really hurt sales. But let's get into why I think this is a huge risk. I think that by keeping the story so airtight and keeping their lips so locked on just what will happen in this game, I think that they are running into the risk of the game not selling any copies. Again, I think that the only way that this will be turned around is if the game is incredible and if the word of mouth is fantastic and if the reviews are 10s and 9s across the board and even some 8s and people start picking it up and buying it, then I think, again, they're just running into this risk of people thinking that it looks okay and serviceable and it looks like a fun open world game that they might get around to when it's on sale. But when you're making such a risky decision from the get-go of killing off Bruce Wayne from the beginning, not having Batman be the main playable character in the game, you're making a game about these 4 Batman sidekick Bat family members, and then you're hiding what the game is about. And you're not revealing anything really about that main campaign, which is arguably what people are most interested in. The Arkham games were well renowned for their main campaigns and for those plots that really carried the story. And yes, those side missions are all fun, and they've really gone into detail on some of those 4 Gotham Knights, tracking the supervillains, tracking the crimes across the city. That all sounds really great, but is it worth that $60, $70 price tag? I don't know. Maybe it might be for you. I think it certainly is for me. I'm a huge fan of these characters in this world. I love Batgirl and Robin and Nightwing and Red Hood. Of course, we got 4 great games with Batman and Joker in them, so I don't mind getting to play as those characters and facing off against rogues such as Harley Quinn and Clayface and the Court of Owls and getting a bit of a different spin on Gotham City. It looks very dense and very layered. It looks like a really fun city to explore, so for me, it's absolutely worth the price of admission. But for many, I see a lot of skepticism, and I can't say that I blame them. So again, I am complimenting and also a bit skeptical of Warner Brothers Games Montreal at this current point of time, just because I don't know what the game entails. And again, I think that could either be really good if there's a huge gimmick that is going to blow people out of the water and really just force people into buying this game out of sheer excitement and not wanting to be spoiled because the game becomes a huge hit. Or again, if it's not as impressive as these developers think it's going to be, then I think that they are running into a huge risk of this game just not selling and really making a profit. Again, this is a game that has been in the works for a very, very long time, so I think it's a very bold and risky decision. I really hope it pays off for them, because I want them to be able to do what they want to do creatively. I'm very excited to see it. I know that these developers are very talented, very passionate, and have a huge belief in what they've done with this game, and I cannot wait to see what they've built. Again, I just really hope it pays off and that they're able to capture the attention, as it feels like they've had a really hard time getting everyone on board with this game. And I think maybe they know that. Perhaps that was their plan all along, was to sort of let this game have a slow start and then explode when the plot twist is revealed very soon after it's released. It just seems like an odd choice to not show off that main campaign, as again, I think that's where you're going to get those huge blockbuster set pieces and character moments that people are really invested in seeing and really excited to see, and that's where you're going to get all the production value. And instead we've seen all the side missions, which of course are important as well, but I don't know. I'm, again, very invested, very excited to see the open world of Gotham City, and I can't wait to see what the main campaign holds as well. They've got me very excited and very interested. I just, again, hope that they can get that going on a larger scale. But anyways, thanks you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.